The Galactic Academy's Training Hall 7 buzzed with nervous energy as 32 cadets filed in for their first live combat assessment. Among them, sitting quietly in the back row, was Elia, the only human, in a class dominated by species bred for war across 1,000 worlds. She didn't belong here. Everyone knew it. Elia was small by galactic standards. Her frame delicate compared to the chitinous bulk of the Craxi warriors, or the rippling muscle of the Thorian brutes. Her skin lacked natural armor. Her teeth couldn't tear through metal. She possessed no venom sacs, no enhanced reflexes, no predatory instincts honed over millions of years of evolution. Yet here she sat, her dark eyes calm, her hands folded in her lap. Instructor Vector prowled before the assembled cadets, his 4 arms crossed over his massive chest. A veteran of the Rim Wars, he bore scars that told stories of battles against the Swarm, the Collective, and worse. His species, the Urgathi, were apex predators, 12 feet of scaled muscle, claws like daggers, and a reputation for breaking cadets who didn't meet their standards. Combat, Vector growled, his voice reverberating through the hall, is not about size, it is not about strength, it is about will, about the predator's instinct buried in your genetic code. His yellow eyes swept the room, pausing briefly on Elia before dismissing her with obvious contempt. Some of you possess this, others are prey pretending to be hunters. The insult was clear. Several cadets shifted uncomfortably. In the third row, a cluster of Ronic cubs juveniles from the feline warrior caste sat together. Their species was known for loyalty, pack tactics, and an unshakable code of honor. The smallest of them, also named Ronic, kept glancing back at Elia. Over the past 3 months, something unexpected had happened in the academy. The human had become their den mother. It started innocently enough. Ronic had struggled with human mathematics, a requirement for navigation courses. Elia had helped him, staying late in the library, explaining concepts with patience his own instructors never showed. When another cub, Farah, had fallen ill from contaminated rations, Elia had sat with her through the night, singing strange human songs that somehow eased the pain. The cubs didn't understand why. Humans weren't pack animals. They had no fur to groom, no scent markers to establish hierarchy. Yet Elia cared for them as if they were her own kin. Today, Vector continued, we test your combat instincts. I will select one cadet at random. You will face me. I will attack not to kill, but to break your will, to expose the prey hiding inside the predator. He smiled, revealing rows of serrated teeth. Let's begin with the human. The hall went silent. Elia rose slowly, descending the steps to the training floor. She wore the standard academy combat suit light armor designed for mobility. Against Vector's natural weapons, it might as well have been paper. Instructor, Ronic called out, his young voice cracking. The assessment protocols state random selection from volunteers. Silence, cub, Vector snapped. The human volunteered the moment she walked into my hall. Elia reached the center of the floor. She didn't take a fighting stance. She simply stood there, watching Vector with those unnervingly calm eyes. Defend yourself, human, Vector said, circling her. Show me the predator in your species. Oh, wait, there isn't one, is there? Humans are scavengers, persistence hunters who ran their prey to exhaustion because they were too weak to fight. He moved faster than seemed possible for something his size. One massive arm swung toward Elia's head, not a killing blow, but one meant to humiliate, to knock her down, to prove his point. Elia didn't dodge. She didn't need to. The Ronic cubs moved as one. 7 juvenile felines launched themselves from the third row. A coordinated assault born from months of watching nature documentaries Elia had shared with them. They'd learned about Earth lions, about pack tactics, about defending the pride. Ronic hit Vector first, claws extended, latching onto the instructor's primary arm. Farah went low, targeting his knee joint. The others swarmed, their combined weight still insignificant compared to Vektar's mass disrupting his attack. "Stand down!" Vektar roared, trying to shake them off. But the cubs held on with desperate determination. Elia finally moved, but not to fight. She stepped forward, placing herself between Vektar and the cubs. "Instructor," she said quietly, her voice cutting through the chaos. "They're defending Pack. It's instinct. You can't punish them for it." Vektar froze. Around the hall, other cadets watched in stunned silence. Slowly, the instructor straightened, gently removing the cubs from his body. They retreated to Elia's side, forming a protective semicircle around her. Their fur bristled, ready to attack again if needed. "I see," Vektar said slowly. His eyes moved from Elia to the cubs, then back again. "I was wrong, human. Your species does have a predator's instinct. But it's not the kind I expected." He addressed the entire hall. "Humans are persistence hunters, yes, but they're also pack animals in a way we don't understand. They don't just hunt, they adopt. They take in the lost, the wounded, the abandoned. And those they adopt will die to protect them." Vektar looked at Ronic and his companions. These cubs would have died for her. Not because of genetic programming. Not because of orders. Because she showed them kindness when no one else would. The instructor stepped back. "Assessment complete. The human passes, as do the cubs for demonstrating true pack loyalty." As Elia and the Ronic cubs returned to their seats, whispers spread through the hall. The human who sat quietly in the back row had just proven something the galaxy had never fully understood. That humanity's greatest weapon wasn't strength or speed. It was the ability to turn strangers into family. And family would always fight for each other.